morning, people of the Roller Derby Internet. Welcome back to our stream for Five Nations Roller Derby here in Fenton Manor in Stoke-on-Trent. You can see that I'm on my own currently. That's because we've had a slight technical hitch and we do not have our rosters in front of us. So I've sent my wonderful comrade on the microphone, Duke Special, to go and find those rosters. In the meantime, from memory, I'm going to try to talk to you about the journeys of these two teams so far in this tournament. So I should know this because I announced it yesterday. So Oxford played the Dublin Beat Grands yesterday, took a fairly convincing win, although Dublin did absolutely turn up the birders in the second half and really put the pressure on the Blackbirds, who clung on. But a really good, thorough warm-up game for them. Kent Roller Derby, who played Auld Reekie yesterday, they're coming in with slightly fresher legs. Their game was called early as a member of Auld Reekie sadly got very badly injured, and so due to the medical intervention, the game had to finish in an untimely manner. But clean slate today, right? So Kent Roller Derby and Oxford Blackbirds are battling for a place in the Tier 3 WFTDA final of Five Nations, which will take place later on. We have already had Cambridge secure a win in that final, secure a place in that final, I should say. And for those of you who are on the stream for that, I wasn't actually watching that game, but I saw the halftime. And I thought, oh, Cambridge, you've got this, pretty confident. Came back at full time, and Nottingham, the score was ridiculously close. So Cambridge potentially a tiny bit rattled going into that final, but also fired up, ready to go. Yeah, it feels really weird talking on my own. I've got my wonderful producer Jack over to my left, but they don't have to talk during this bit. It's just me rambling on. I will say, having played Kent in my own Five Nations season this year, they are really tough. Their blockers in particular are really tough nuts to crack. And they've got some super fast jammers and a big depth of jammer rotation as well. But Oxford are a team who can react really well to challenge. So we'll just have to see. I'm not going to anticipate everything. Oxford are playing in black today and Kent playing in white. So we've got Charlie and Liz or Let Die right off the start. Charlie taking the front there. Oxford with a chest-facing wall, struggling to hold her back, and it's the first lead going to Kent. Liz takes the star off. Dreaditto throwing in a bit of shielding offence there. Charlie slicing through the gaps in that great pathfinding there from the Kent jammer. I think that's General. Who is that? Is that General Payne holding back Liz? Can't see. I don't think she's got a name on the shirt. Liz will let die. Not through on the initial yet. Some really lovely zonal blocking going on from Kent. Skate Moss comes in with the shield, drops back to defence. Oxford now reforming at the front, forced to bridge. Liz will let die grinding away. That's definitely Trev in the back wall for Kent, and I believe Lexi Lightspeed. Charlie in the meantime putting up an additional 4. This is a big opening jam for Kent, with 8 points on the jam so far. And Oxford in a little bit of penalty trouble now. Liz will let die now completing the initial, despite, maybe it's because she's got fewer players on the track. She's got more space to work around. And as the jam comes to a close, my fellow announcer, Duke Special, joins me with the rosters. Thanks for that, Duke. See, the thing is, I actually feel really bad that I made you go get that, because you were benching the Cambridge game. So your heart rate's gone up quite enough as it is this morning. But I was just like, do some more laps.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Duke. Appreciate you.
Just a little jog through Fenton Manor Sports Complex
as you do.
In true roller derby fashion, getting my cardio in whilst wearing fishnets.
Why? What else would you want to do on a Sunday morning?
Exactly.
We have Lethal Weapon and Hoots. Now, Hoots, I can't exactly remember Hoots' skater history, but I think they used to play for one of the London teams, I think they were with LRR and LRD for a brief spell.
I think so.
Then took a break, wasn't on the Kent roster earlier this season because, well, she wasn't in my game against Kent.
Or ours.
Or yours, exactly. Yeah. But Hoots making a name for herself here at Fenton Manor, does pick up lead, a second consecutive lead for Kent Roller Derby. Lethal Weapon takes the start off. Oh, and a slick star pass to Filth. Now, for those of you who were listening to Oxford's game yesterday, you were probably bored of how much I rabbited on about Filth. I think she's one of the most skillful skaters on that roster and an absolute triple threat.
I was about to say, what did you say about the skater?
Well, yeah, leave me alone, Duke. She's a good egg, all right. But no time to make good on that star pass. Kent with 16 points now. Oxford yet to put a number up. Thembo Party Killer lining up in the black for Oxford, and that's Mad Tricks for Kent. A really scrummy little jam line here. Stormy sandwiched between some Kent blockers there. Thembo Party Killer trying the outside line, Tricks trying the in. Thembo has space at the front.
Ooh, Thembo takes a spill though.
Oh, really nice kind of track awareness there. Thembo Party Killer picks up the first lead of the game for the Blackbirds. Mad Tricks still in the pack, but now finding the gap as Thembo enters on their scoring pass. Nice little bit of offense there from Stormy, and I think that's Skate Moss.
Very nice.
Shall we, at lightning speed, go through these rosters?
I think we should.
Can we do it in
yes.
30 seconds?
I believe in us.
You go.
In white for Kent, it's 000, General Payne. Number 2, Helen Degenerate. 2-2, Payne Austin. 2-5, Charlie McGuigan. 2-9, Trauma Trevor. 4-8, Hoots. 5-1, Hunter. 5-5, Lexi Lightspeed. 6-6, Mad Tricks. 7-8, Cat. 8-1-1, Hard as Kales. 8-3, Whiskid. 8-3-8, Annie, are you okay? 8-4, Demolition. And 8-9, Shazbot.
And in black, we have, for the Oxford Roller Derby Blacker, 0-3, 09, Lethal Weapon. 1-3, Mental Floss. 2-1, Eagle. 2-4-7, Filth. 2-7-1-8, Live and Let Die. 3-3, Dread 3-9, Fox. 3-5-9, Fox, sorry. 3-6, Stormy. 4-5-1, Thembo Party Killer. 5-4, Skate Moss. 6-6-6, Merciful Skate. 8, Double Dutch. 8-8, Fluff. And 9-2, Roz Not Soz. And Roz Not Soz is lead right now for Oxford. So 2 leads apiece so far in this game. Annie, are you okay with their trademark yellow shorts? Speeding round now, completed the initial. Oh, I think Oxford putting a little spring in their step now. Perhaps a bit shaken by these first 2 jams. Kent coming out really strong with a big first jam. I think again, having played Charlie, who, by the way, is an absolute delight, like one of the nicest, smiliest people in roller derby.
Oh, yeah.
When she gets on a run, boy, oh boy, it's not fun if you're a blocker.
No.
If Oxford can lock down these really great structures that they had yesterday, they'll do great. But you see what I mean there? Really confident line work from Charlie, who picks up a second lead for Kent. Liz Let Die up against Trauma Trevor at the front.
Looks like there's been a star pass there to Fox.
There has been, not the best positioning for a pivot, but Fox has 1 to beat at the front, now 2. Lexi Lightspeed dropping back to bridge for Kent.
Nice bit of track awareness from Fox there that the blockery knocked them out went down.
Yeah, Fox is super experienced, so knows her stuff.
Yeah.
Liz Let Die now in blocking position, draws back Charlie with Beeb. So now we're in a bit more of a defensive grind on both sides. Lovely little hit out there by Helen Degenerate.
Oh, really leaping for the hit there on Charlie McGuigan.
And we have a power jam. Oh, some really bad luck for Oxford here as Fox goes to the box for a track cut. Charlie now on a power jam, which is really dangerous.
Yeah.
Helen Degenerate coming in with some offense, tries to move Stormy out of the way on the inside line. Ice cold vibes.
Yeah.
As Fox is sealed in the penalty box.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, which gives Kent Roller Derby the power start. They're putting out Hoots for that. Yeah, I'll be interested to see the changes up in the Kent jammer rotation with Hoots back now. Because I think if I remember correctly, they were running a 3 jammer rotation in the season, and now they've got the depth of 4, and you've also got people like Trauma Trevor, Lexi, Hunter and Jazz, who are all really good pivots and jammers in their own right. So
absolutely,
a lot of fresh legs out there for the team in white. Great offense there from Hunter, just absolutely textbook, helping Hoots out for another 4. It's my fave.
It's filth.
It's my fave. She's got the star pass again. I've got to say, Oxford star passes this tournament have been really, really well drilled.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But Kent have got a big old lead on them.
They have. But not an unassailable lead.
Pardon?
Not an unassailable.
Not unassailable.
That's really hard to say.
Not insurmountable. Yeah. Not unassailable.
Not enough for Kent
not
to relax.
Unmanageable. Look, I don't think anyone's going to be relaxing for the next, 50 minutes.
No.
I mean, especially after that Cambridge game this morning.
Oh, I'm not going to relax until about 7 o'clock this evening, whatever happens.
Oh yeah, you've got that little final to bench later.
Just a little tier 3 women's division final. Yeah.
No big
pressure.
No big deal.
No biggie.
We're in an official timeout, which is a great time for us to run through our officials for this game. We've got Gaston, Bane in the Ass, Otter Chaos, Errington, Denial, Lottie, Oyu, Esme Weatherwax and Juggernaut, alongside Nat Safe for Work, Jins, May K. Call, Strapping Youngbeard, Dick Van Stripe, Max Payne and Polly. And we appreciate our stripy, whistly paperwork pals oh so much.
Very, very much.
Nice burst of speed there from Trix on the outside line, picks up lead for Kent. Lethal Weapon looking for some offense there from Merciful Skate and Dread Ditto. Kent's so good at this front pack reformation, right? Just absolutely ruthless. Lovely work there from Trauma Trevor, who's casually come back to roller derby having given birth to a child.
As you do.
As you do, and is still doing an incredible job for her team.
Yeah.
Stretchy pack into turns 3 and 4.
Stretchy. So that is Madtrix with lead, but Lethal Weapon is out. Madtrix wants those points though.
Yeah, 3 on 3 in the pack there, so let's see if we're going to get... How many are we going to get lining up? Who got sprung from the box? Oh, got a new jammer for Oxford. So this is Eagle. Eagle's a babe. Eagle, I think, has kind of come up as a BA crossover.
Nice.
This season, which is super rad.
Yeah.
So fresh eyes, fresh legs for Oxford here. She wasn't rostered as a jammer yesterday. Annie, are you okay? Look at this tripod go to work on both teams. Really lovely work here.
Yeah. Oxford with that great awareness that the only thing you can do with Annie is try to stop her from going.
Yeah, quick star take off there from Eagle. Annie, are you okay with lead and in scoring position? Absolutely no opposition on the inside for Annie. Are you okay? Oh, she's such a speedy jammer as well, right? You blink and she's round.
Yeah, showing off that speed skater background.
Imagine being cool enough to be a speed skater, right? Like, there's nothing cooler on this earth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so much better track coverage there from Oxford, who could get the knockout on Annie. We've had another star pass back to my fave, Filth. But unfortunately, Filth is behind Hunter, whose lateral tracking is really good.
It does also mean we've got to answer the age-old roller derby question of what happens if an eagle comes in and takes the scarf off.
Yes, I mean, I can't say it's a question that I've ever asked, but now I'm going to think about it all the time.
It is the standard ref joke of, yeah, but what if? What if an eagle came in?
Great tenacity there from Oxford, who get Filth out with the star. Annie, are you okay? Calls the jam. But you know what? That was some great defensive work there from Oxford, who hold Annie to 8 points, despite that being an almost full 2 minutes.
It's impressive work from Oxford. It's not easy to hold Annie back. I've seen very few people ever manage it.
I was about to say I've managed it, but it's not about me. So,
yeah.
To be fair, probably only managed it temporarily, but I did do it at some point.
You can only ever manage it temporarily. It's just got to try for a bit and hope for the best.
same third time we've had this pairing of Charlie and Liz and Let Die, and Oxford just don't have an answer to Charlie at the moment, who has got the core strength of an animal with great core strength, right? Like I don't have a metaphor right now.
This is the third lead in a row for Charlie McGuigan.
Yeah,
as well,
she's on 100% lead, isn't she? And she's just got this ability. I think when she's halfway around the track, she's already decided the path she's going to take, and she just decides that's where I'm going to go.
And and once Charlie decided where she's going to go, then that's where Charlie goes.
Yeah.
Just like
Charlie does what Charlie wants.
Either Charlie's going there or you're getting knocked over.
So we've got Thembo Party Killer up against Hoots. We're in a quick official timeout. So as you know, watching this game, you're obviously, doing two things at once with your brain.
Very much so.
Unprecedented, because you're watching this as an announcer, but also as somebody who's got a bench your team against one of these teams later. What are your thoughts as a bench right now? What are you going to be storing up to say to your team?
Oh yeah, it's really interesting because you're sort of having that moment of going like, okay, well this is how they're playing, and if we're playing either of these teams, then they are strong with their walls. So it's like, how do we counteract their jammers? Well, on both sides, it's putting out a strong wall against them. Certainly, Kent's jammers, what they've got is they're light, they're speedy. When they decide where they're going, they're fast, and the only thing you can really do to stop them doing that is to become as solid as you possibly can.
Yeah, I think especially with people like Charlie, you've got to get those walls set up. Thembo Party Killer and Hoots can also seem off the jam line to be able to get their jammer up to the front, right?
Oh, nice.
Really nice patience there from Thembo, who picks up their second lead. So they've had 100% lead status for Oxford.
Yeah.
Hoots takes a seat on the floor very briefly. We lose Filth to the box for a forearm, which allows Hoots to escape the pack.
Yeah, Oxford, really great track awareness, like really great in terms of, getting those star passes off, being aware of where they can stretch that pack to, where they can go to.
And look at this, is very characteristic of Kent. Even when Kent are on the defence, they very quickly drop to that offence to get their jammer through. Like Hoots didn't even touch anyone on that pass.
Yeah.
And now,
just that sort of...
Oxford just getting a bit broken up here, and I kind of think you need to prioritise defence when you're this far behind. Let Thembo go to work.
Yeah.
And you focus on stopping the points bleed.
Yeah. Especially because Thembo's quite a tall, strong jammer.
Sure.
Like you can rely on them to, put a shoulder into it.
Yeah, I think this is the edge that Kent have over Oxford at the moment. It's not that Oxford aren't good on one-on-one, but I really do think Kent are exceptional. Like, if you have somebody like Trevor or Demi or WizKid, I mean, I could name pretty much all the Kent blockers. They're really, really good one-on-one. And so they can kind of afford that bit more zonal defence where they break up a little bit more. Oxford are much stronger in your classic tripods.
As a group, absolutely. Yeah.
So, nice drawback on Lethal Weapon there by Helen Degenerate, who is, again, like a one-wall woman, right?
Yeah. That's what Kent do so well, is they can do that thing where one person drops back with that recycle and then is strong enough to go, and I will throw you straight back off the track again with my shoulders.
But great work there from Fox, who draws back Tricks. Stormy holding that inside line down. Kent are only 3 in the pack as well.
Oxford, I think, decided to go for we'll get the star out even if we don't get lead, but unfortunately then absorbed right back in.
Well, no, I mean, Lethal's still got the star in hand, I think, but Tricks now on a scoring run, 4 on the jam so far.
Yeah, I think they were going for it doesn't matter if we don't get lead, if we get out first, we can get points, which works brilliantly when you get the star out. But unfortunately, Lethal was reabsorbed there, and so Tricks got lead and got the points.
Yeah.
It's a nice tactic when it works. I've seen it work.
I really hope Oxford don't so what happened yesterday with Oxford, like they had a really, really strong first half, and then I went and spoke to them at half-time and afterwards as well, and they did a massive penalty spiral in the second half. We've got a really clean game at the moment, actually. We've got 3 from Oxford on 2 penalties, with a quarter gone.
Yeah,
1 from good. Kent on 2, and then a handful of players with 1 each, but nobody on more than 2 right now. I really think Oxford need to absolutely prioritise defence for now, while they've got this 41-point gap.
Oh, there goes Brute.
There goes Brute. Probably saying some things to the refs.
If you're playing the drinking game, drink every time you see Brute come into the middle.
We love Brute. Congratulations to Brute, who made it onto the England men's training squad very recently. We love Brute. We stand a triple threat or a quadruple threat because he does everything on track, and Andy benches.
He does.
And he's got even louder voice than you when he benches. So if it is you and Kent later, it's going to be battle of the benches.
It's going to be noisy. Apparently, Brute was querying missing points have now been added. So that's a reasonable reason to come in.
He's really good at his job, man.
He is good at his job.
Rosnot Stars up against... now Matrix is in
the box.
L box.
Yeah, that was a very late penalty.
I think it was a cut track because I saw her put a toe out before she called the jam. So I think she must have made progress. Yeah, it is a cut track. So a power jam, the first power jam of the game, and a power start for Oxford, but and they are prioritising this defence. Not now, Oxford. That's not what I meant now. Prioritise defence when the other jam is there.
You've got a 30-second power start. Go full O. Get your jammer out, then defence.
Bloody good for Roz, though, who just went, all right, lads, I'll keep going then, shall I?
I'll sort this out.
Yeah, she's
hang on super
strong, really tenacious. There's going to be another cut track there. It's that pesky infield toe stop that is doing Matrix a doozy right now. Doing her dirty. So we've got a second lot of 30 seconds for Roz. Nice little shields there from Oxford. Good work. Yeah, really patient. You can't. This thing with Kent, you've got to be patient with the offense because you can't come in like a wrecking ball. Because yes, a wrecking ball knocks down a building, but a wrecking ball doesn't knock down 4 buildings, right? No. They're really strong. So that passive shield is going to work better. Or we could do that.
Or we could do that. We could have a little pile up on the track and everyone have a big cuddle.
Matrix back out the box. Filth doing some stellar work there, but will be out of play. Yeah, naughty Filth.
Naughty Filth. I do enjoy when blockers do that arm thing where they're trying to sort of, brace and hold the arms out for anyone to join them. But it just briefly looks like they've suddenly gone incredibly like New York Italian-American, like, hey, you're talking to me?
You're talking to me? Maybe that's what they're saying. I really maintain that we should absolutely mic up the players on track. It would be highly entertaining.
I think it would be delightful to mic up the occasional inside pack ref because so many of us narrate our way around the track. We go around and go like, okay, there's the pack, it's gone long.
I also think there'd be a lot of swearing under breath, though, to be fair.
Yeah, you couldn't mic them up.
If you're on the drinking game, Brute is technically in the infield.
In the infield drink.
Just having a nice time.
Hanging out.
An official timeout. Annie, new matchup here with the brightest shorts in Fenton Manor Sports Complex. Annie and Liz.
It's the battle of the shorts. Hi, Annie, waving at us.
Liz is the finger. Look, Y-Jam is so cool, right, with their finger guns. I can't remember what the name of I think it's a football team that Liz supports, but it is like an Oxford team, and that's their blues colour. So, hence the bright shorts.
Delightful.
Annie, are you okay? I just think looks great in the colour yellow, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a great colour. I like the yellow.
Maybe they're lucky shorts. I don't know. I've never seen her without them. So
maybe she's in fact just surgically attached them and we've never realised.
Just what springs out like a kind of Wallace and Gromit thing, wakes up in the morning, slides into the trousers.
Yeah.
Same outfit every day.
Yeah.
What a life. What a way to live.
Yeah.
So, in this official timeout, I will just remind you that if you get bored of our voices, not that that's likely, we're an absolute delight, that you can switch over in about 13 minutes to track 2, where we have the final of the junior Five Nations game, which is the Borderland Beasts against Demonburg Junior Derby, I think. And that will be an absolute corker. My God, those kids can skate.
Oh, yes.
Right. They can skate so much better than me.
Many of them.
It's a weird sensation being jealous of a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm quite secure in myself, but then I look at those people and I'm just like, well, now I despise myself.
Yeah. A lot of them are the current junior GB skaters. They are terrifyingly good.
Yeah.
And
I think we could mix them into these games and they'd be absolutely fine, which is super unfair.
Some of them do. Some of the older ones who are on the 17, 18-year-old borderline have been skating with the adult teams this year, and you're just like, but you're a child. I mean, legally not, but also you're.
The thing is, right, if I ever have a kid and they don't want to play roller derby, I don't know what I'm going to do.
You just have to disown them.
I think so. I think that would be really disappointing.
Although I do always have this theory that any child of mine who wants to rebel is going to have to do it by becoming like a sort of
conservative,
homophobic accountant maybe, and be very sort of cisgendered, heteronormative.
If I have straight children, don't know what I'll do. I'll be like, I did not raise you like this.
Just come home and it's like, Mum, I need to tell you something. I'm straight. It's like, well, I suppose
not under my roof.
I love you anyway, but also...
I should put a disclaimer in because I am a secondary school teacher. I love all children that I teach, regardless of their sexuality. And I will do the same if I ever have sport of my own. Just need to say that for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Well, I love these jammer stares we're occasionally getting at the camera. Do they know we're watching them?
I think they do.
Imagine if they were secretly earplugged into our voice, that they've got the stream going.
It's just like, what are they talking about now?
Well, if they were, then Liz would hear me every time Liz went to the box yesterday, because Liz is a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
And I just went, don't do a crime. Stop doing crimes, Liz. And I went over to her at half time and I was like, you've got to stop doing limb crimes.
Amazing.
No more limb crimes for you.
There was a point in one of the MRDA games yesterday when, rather than announcing with words, I decided just to make pinball machine sounds every time Windmill Woken hit someone in the pack.
One of my friends...
That's how they go through the pack. And it was like bing, 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 bing.
One of my friends texted me yesterday and she just went, who put 50p in Windmill? And I was just like, you're not wrong. He had a cracking game for SDRD yesterday.
Amazing game, but also,
This is, I was going to say, the longest official timeout in the history of official timeouts, but we all know that's a lie.
Yeah, it was longer yesterday. We're having apparently it's an official timeout for medical reasons, just to check on a skater in the box.
So a good opportunity to give a shout out to our brilliant medics who have been here all weekend. Did the Lord's work yesterday because we did sadly have a broken ankle on the old Reiki side, and we send them lots of love and solidarity.
Massive love to them.
Airy Fairy as well in I want to say Dublin isn't here because she broke something last weekend. So if you're watching Airy, love to you.
We love you very much.
We know your team missed you lots yesterday.
Yeah.
And we are back after almost a full 5 minutes of standing still. We've got a little bit of defensive jamming off the line. Lexi Lightspeed with a full start, forced to concede a little bit, now resets. Oh, yes, Liz, what a great path. But, oh, my goodness, Helen Degenerate is an absolute brick wall. And lovely line found there by Annie UK, who picks up lead for Kent.
I think Annie might be okay.
I knew you were going to say that at some point.
Got to get out once per game that Annie's playing. It's contractual.
I was going to say, have we signed a piece of paper that I've missed?
Yeah.
Fox doing a little whip there for Liz, but I think just whips her directly into the wall. But an attempt was made. Oh, Fox is the only blocker on track, now joined back by Double Dutch.
Oh, Fox having a lovely time. Great
one hand down there from Liz or Let Die, and finds a gap with Fox's help.
Oh, Annie looking for that outside line. Re-caught there by Filth and Double Dutch.
I think what's happening a little bit with Oxford is that they're giving up a lot of space in the front of the pack. And I want them to have a little bit more sticking and a little bit more courage in those clog zones, right? Like, rather than going out at the front of the pack and stretching out 4 or 5 feet, like holding that space and using the other wall against them. But it's hard because I really love both these teams, and of course this is not about what we personally want, right? No. I think like Kent were great opponents in Five Nations. They were a delight to play, and they came down from tier 2. They were relegated from tier 2 last year,
and I think felt like it trying to play them.
I think they have a point to prove, right? Like they have gone. We were relegated, but we were in tier 2 for a reason, and we're getting back there come hell or high water. And Oxford have got such a great development traction at the moment, with a few B team players coming up to the main roster. Yeah. So and they're also, I've said it several times this weekend, an absolute bunch of babes, like completely delightful to skate with and against.
Absolutely.
So I just want everyone to have a nice time.
I want everyone to enjoy themselves.
The nice thing about today, of course, is that even if you lose this game, you get another game.
Exactly.
Whereas the first round yesterday, that's really cold, right? Because on the first day of playoffs, if you lose your first game, you're out, you're done, kaput.
Yeah, which is what happened to Cambridge last year. But on the other hand, we did lose to Hallam, and we didn't feel bad about that.
I mean, and we lost to Wiltshire, so we were commiserating together.
Yeah.
Charlie caused the jam, but great work there by Eagle, who does escape the pack and force the call off.
Nice stuff. Really nice stuff.
But yeah, I think endurance will come into those late games, because whoever wins this game plays at 2:00.
Yeah.
And it's 11:30 now. So this will be done by 12:30. You've got less than an hour to rest until you're back in warm up.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
It's a quick turnaround.
Whereas the winner of this game gets to wait till something like 4:00, I think.
Yeah.
Thembo Party Killer maintaining their 100% lead status. And I think because Thembo is physically very tall and strong, they're a really useful weapon against Kent, who are comparatively strong in these defensive structures.
Yeah. There's a lot to be said for having just a jammer who's a different sort of stature or shape or style in your jammer roster, and then everyone's like, okay, we know what to do. Oh.
Well, I think if you look at Oxford's kind of success rate right now, Thembo and Roz, if memory serves, are their most statistically successful jammers in terms of lead status. So I wonder if Oxford will clock that on the bench and change up those rotations. I think you need to be putting out Thembo and Roz against Kent's strongest jammers.
Yeah.
We've had a star pass, speaking of strong jammers, across to Lexi Lightspeed, formerly of that little team known as London Brawling.
Might have played for Team England as a jammer at some point.
At some point. Yeah, but took a number of years off to raise her gorgeous little girl, and has come back to roller derby in the last year and a half or so. Is loving it, but is loving blocking life.
Yeah, which is nice. And
blocking life is nice. Jammers, right? Mad respect for jammers, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing but respect for you star-dazzled people, but are you mad at the same time?
Yeah. Lexi Lightspeed also responsible unintentionally for making me feel roller derby old, because I was so excited when she restarted and a bunch of people went, who? And I was like,
oh my life.
You children who weren't here, 12 years ago.
Madrix at the front, really stretched pack. Be smart that work there from Beeb, working against Hunter to lengthen that bridge. But Madrix is lethal weapon. Swallowed up in that Kent wall, does skip past, but swallowed back up again. And Madrix not putting a toe stop out of line this time. Really nice line work there from Trix.
Madrix does seem to have activated the jammer teleport mode, where you look and they're on the back of the pack, and you look again at the front of the pack, having seemingly not gone through the pack.
And Filth once again taking the star pass for Oxford. Trix not going to risk that.
Yeah.
So we've got just under a 50-point spread, so pretty convincing work here by Kent.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I don't know what Oxford's mindset was coming into this game, to be fair. I don't know if they're absolutely gunning for that tier promotion, because they're still in a building season, I think. And how effectively can you build in a higher tier is the question. I'm not saying they're not competitive and don't want to win, but I don't know. I think if I were Oxford at this point, I'd be thinking, what can we try out in this next 37 minutes that's going to get us that bronze medal?
Absolutely.
Do you see what I mean? Because they've already got... now, this is where my memory is going to be tested. I think they came second in their tier. Who did they play yesterday?
They played Dublin yesterday.
Right. Who came first in that tier? Can we see if we can find that info? Because I know we should
have that written down.
I know we should know this, but
I know where we've got it written down.
I'm not particularly smart. So
we've definitely got it written down somewhere who did what in their games thus far. So Dublin.
I'm looking at the programme for Kent, and I really wish Kent, if you're listening, love you dearly, but please get your headshots completed, because you've got half your roster with headshots and half without, and it makes me sad because you've all got beautiful faces.
So Oxford in their tier have won 3 and lost 1.
So they probably came second.
I believe so.
And then what?
Oh yeah, it says second, tier 3 Central 2024.
So who beat Oxford then?
Nottingham, which is who they would play in the bronze medal match.
Interesting.
And it would be nice for us, because Kent beat us in our tier and it would also be extra nice because we're playing Oxford at home in a couple of weeks'
Yes, you are. The battle of the university teams, right?
As the Oxford Cambridge Trout race.
Which, by the way, I would like to put it out there on the internet. I had that idea about 6 years ago, but obviously I wasn't part of Cambridge or Oxford, so I was like, oh, someone will think of it. It's taken you long enough.
Well, apparently we did.
Yes,
do it before.
Liz is lead. Go, Liz.
Lovely stuff from Liz.
Yeah, the battle of the shorts is on right now. So Liz will let die on now in scoring position.
Ooh.
Annie, are you okay? Flying round to complete the initial. Everyone's going to the box.
There's lovely stuff from 5-4 there, trying to catch Annie, just going.
Oh no, Liz is going to the box. I jinxed it. I'm really sorry, Liz. That is totally my bad. Look, I love this offensive style from Kent, where on the apex, right, they draw to the outside and then they almost have a rotating swing to clear the in. It's absolutely gorgeous.
For everyone enjoying this at home, Landon Crow is doing sort of hand signals and waving, which is very evocative. But
Get in a wall, Oxford. Get in a wall.
Oxford have forgotten what walls are. But
that is lovely track awareness there from Skate Moss, who goes, I shall be a wall unto myself, and I shall make them rule the day they took the star. Liz will let die, now back on track. And of course, this is our first 2-minute jam.
It is, yeah.
How exciting for us all.
Delightful. Ooh, and you're okay with the hard sit down at the back there.
Yeah, just checking that floor is still very much skateable, honourable.
Yeah, still slippy.
Lovely defence here from Kent. Just really great lateral, calm tripod with no over-rotation. Fantastic work.
Just a nice, still back and forth.
Get in a wall, Oxford. I know they can't hear me. I'm just willing it from the balcony. There we go. See, they did it. They must have heard me.
Yeah, that's how it works. Again, nice. They're doing a really good job of
and there's going to be a track cut there for Fox. Not for Fox, for Annie. Are you okay? Courtesy of Fox. Really great work. So a second power opportunity as the jam comes to a conclusion. So it's going to be Oxford's second power start.
Yeah.
Now Roz is going to the line. I was going to say I'd either put out Roz or them Bo.
Yep.
For this.
I think they've got a good sort of 30 seconds of it.
I mean, statistically, I'm not going to lie at this point. Statistically, instinctively, I would have put out them both because they're quite fast.
Yeah.
But look, Roz is great. Roz is super tenacious. She's going to hold them to the out. Oxford are coming in for the classic sweep. Lovely coordinated O.
We like a sweep.
London Roller Derby. Are you watching? I'm talking to my team there. Yeah. We're really struggling with that right now, lads.
Yeah. Just anyone watching. When your bench is screaming "oh" at you, that's what they want you to do.
But look at again this zonal defense from Kent. Hunter holding the out. I think that's Wizkid at the front with Demi.
Yeah.
And now Oxford, we haven't got Roz out yet.
Yeah.
And the power jam's come to an end. So really great defensive shutdown there.
They've just eaten up that power start. Knocked Annie out though.
Come on, Roz, keep on pushing. Oh, great eyes there from the Kent wall.
Really nice. Now they're going to go with a massive recycle.
Absolute scenes here on track one with this defensive. We're almost a minute in and no lead established with a full 30 power start for Oxford.
I mean, that was gorgeous work from Kent to really eat up that power start.
And Oxford doing some nice reforming at the front. Great eyes there from Filth on the out. Takes Annie back to the back of the pack. Great little 2-wall there with Beeb.
This is just like a masterclass in blocking from both teams.
So good. Where's Roz? I've lost sight of the Oxford jammer.
Off for a sit down in the box on a cut track penalty.
Oh, God.
According to our overlay.
So many things have been happening. So now Annie is lead.
Yeah, that was...
So Kent now at the power jam.
In.
Do you know what I'm going to predict?
What?
Someone's taken a time out after this jam.
Oh, surely.
Surely.
A minute and a half to get lead. Annie is lead.
This is what Oxford needed to do from the start, though. This defensive lockdown. You can hold Annie in a wall, but if you let her get speed, you're balked. You're balked.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all of Kent's jammers.
Look at Hunter's knees. Hunter's knees still bend, man.
Yeah.
It's deeply unfair. She's got to be in her 30s and her knees still bend.
And that was a 2-minute jam. That was a long, hard slog.
And Brute's coming into the middle. Take your beverage.
Is it
I've
gonna
got, actually,
be-
that reminds me, I have yet to put water in my body today.
Yeah, drink some water.
Do as I say, not as I do, dear listeners.
Yeah, I've gone full beverage goblin. I've got my coffee, I've got some water, and I've got the remains of what was going to be my breakfast that I haven't fully
I was going to say that looks like a smooth, something that's really trying to be a smoothie, but is in fact still solid food.
Yeah.
Look, it's a time out. We are indeed
correct.
Mystic Megs, both of us.
We know things. Yeah, I tried to make a smoothie before I set off this morning, like an athlete, and that was the second 2-minute jam in a row. Blimey, yeah, it's definitely time out.
There's Royds, who also who moonlights as an Oxford bench, but is also part of London Roller Derby. So we love Royds. Yeah, she's on the bench team for London Brawling. Can't say London Brawling normally anymore, apparently. What do you say to your team at this point?
I would be saying things like, all right, we're doing fine. We just got to keep it calm. You see how that worked when we locked it down? The walls don't work. That's the way we stop them, is we just got to stay together. If you're not with a friend, then find a friend and grab your friend, because that's how we do this.
I hate 4D, right?
Yeah.
I'd tell them to play 4D at this point. Like, I'd be like, prioritise that shutdown.
Yeah.
And let our jammer grind it out.
Yeah.
Because listen, you chose jamming life, right? You've chosen a life of pain.
This is on you.
This is very much an issue, not an ish-me.
Yeah. This feels like a you problem.
Now we've got a power start for Kent. I think Charlie crossed that line. Yeah, Charlie's going off. She crossed the line way before the whistle went.
Much before the whistle went. That's how words go.
And
much before the whistle.
And that's a real shame for Charlie, because she's played a clean game so far, I think.
Yeah.
And that's a silly penalty.
A fluff up is what I'm going to say.
So neither jammer. No, I'm lying. Roz is eligible for Leeds.
Yeah.
Because she came out of the box at the start. Charlie can no longer get lead.
Yeah.
So look, Oxford are doing 4D. It's like they heard me. Who's listening to me on the Oxford bench? Are you mic'd up?
Have you just actually now mind linked with Royds as part of the
I wish
London
I was mind
Hive
linked with Royds, man. Royds is smart. Royds knows rules and tactics, and she manages to do them both at the same time.
It's a skill. Oh, lovely spinning from Charlie.
See,
there.
look again, with Oxford locking down these defensive structures, don't do a forearms, don't do a multiplayer, lads, then they're doing so much better. And look, Charlie, that took, I'd say, a good 40 seconds for Charlie to get out on the initial.
At least.
So great work there from Oxford, and a nice little star pass. These star passes from Oxford have been one of my favourite parts about this weekend.
Ooh,
that's a direction,
textbook.
or a high block or something.
Oh, so that's a Charlie. No, that's just Charlie resetting. I was like, is that a Charlie off as well? But no, it was a.
And Oxford in this penalty spiral, which is not a good moment.
Yeah, Oxford having a little bit of a. We've got one blocker on track. One will have been sent back onto track to Q. Ooh.
Yeah, and Charlie just doing the ping-ponging thing you were talking about.
Yeah, boing, 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 boing.
The thing is, right, if we were closer, I would advise Oxford at this point to drop to 5D. But I get that at this point they want to get as many points as possible. So
they would like.
Oh,
points,
that was
please.
really tough. That was a jam full of bad luck.
Yeah.
With Charlie at the start. And then other penalties going on. Oh, fourth time in the middle for Brute. So drink. He looks very concerned.
Yeah.
This is where you do bad lip syncing, right?
Yeah.
He's going, look, the dog was right there. Did you see the dog? It was really good. It was a good boy. And the ref's going, sorry, Brute, didn't see the dog.
I didn't see no dogs, Brute. I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Brute's dog is very cute, which is why. We're having an official review. Who's it being called by?
Hopefully.
Do we have it on the Discord?
We'll find out when I remember where it's down the front of my dress, where I put my phone to find out. We've got a stat here. Kent have done 2 star passes. Oxford have done
4. And that's 3 to Filth, 1 to Fox on the Oxford side. And the star passes on Kent have been Lexi and... Who else? Who else took the star? Wasn't Trev? Maybe they were both Lexi, but I can only remember one.
I can only remember one. There must have been one.
Like, I love when we have collective amnesia as a group of announcers, where we're just like, I don't know, I was watching, but I don't remember it.
It was an entire jam ago. I mean, I often have it as a ref, and someone will go, oh yeah, but what happened in that previous, like in the jam before last year? I'm like, I don't know. I can barely remember what happened in the jam that's just been.
Bold of you to assume that I have any brain capacity apart from just bird noises behind my fluttering behind my little eyes right now.
This is just entirely the Vision on theme, what's going on in here.
I think that was Kent's not biggest jam, but certainly the biggest in a while, because I know they've definitely had a couple of 12-pointers at least, one at least.
It's definitely a big jam.
A big jam, and it's courtesy of Charlie, who must be the highest scorer on the Kent side right now.
Yeah, they started on a 12-pointer, so I think it's the biggest one they've had for a while, is where we're at with that. Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
What I want to know is who Kent have borrowed their helmet covers from. Because,
what colour are they?
Well, they're white, but with a purple stripe.
Are they purple, though? It looks black from here.
Yeah. You can see it on the camera when they get in close on the...
I mean, you should go ask them at half time.
I might do. I might just pop down and be like, really important question, by which I mean I'm nosy. Because it was the gossip in the hall yesterday.
The gossip, the hot tea.
The hot gossip in the hall was that Kent had remembered to bring a change of shirts, but hadn't thought about bringing white helmet covers.
That's really great.
Which
I
is
love
delightful.
that.
But that somehow Brute had found some and just appeared with them in his pocket and was like...
that doesn't surprise me that Brute managed to find a solution, to be honest.
Yeah, but just sort of sidled up like he was, offering drugs, but it was just helmet covers in the pocket.
Be like, what that kind of classic man with trench coat opening, be like, do you want to buy a watch?
Do you want to see what I've got? It's some helmet covers I borrowed at these OK.
Do you know what? Maybe we should start selling Roller Derby merch that way. Just a large trench coat.
Yes.
With merch on the inside.
Just like T-shirts hanging up the inside of it. Yes. Definitely.
So we're in an official timeout now.
Yeah.
So was it an official review? Because I didn't see the bench team. It wasn't an official review. We were lied to.
I think.
And by proxy, then, therefore, dear listeners, you were lied to, and we can only apologise for that. We are not infallible. In fact, we are two very silly geese.
It's so incredibly
silly,
fallible.
So fallible and so full of honks.
Yeah, but I was about to say fallible and flammable, but it's true.
I mean, on a very, very technical level, I suppose we are all flammable.
That's the level I've reached. It was a long day yesterday. It's going to be a long day today.
It's been a long, long day in Stoke-on-Trent, and it's not even midday yet.
Now we're strong, losing my mind.
Kent have sent Hoots to the line, which is interesting because Hoots, I think this is maybe their fourth jam.
Yeah.
And we're in jam 19, so yeah, I suppose that's about equal. It just seems like we've not seen them as much as like Annie, for example.
Ooh, someone's been expelled.
Spill the tea.
It's an Oxford skater.
Oh no.
But we don't know more than that.
If it's filth, I'm actually going to cry. Like, I will weep. You think I'm joking, but I will. I've cried on the mic before, and I will do it again.
Yeah. This is just the news that we're getting direct from our WhatsApp.
Can we try to find out on the Discord?
I have asked on the Discord.
That is, and I'd like to find out the reason why, because, like we said, there was a lot happening in that last jam, but I didn't see any big moments where I went, oh gosh.
Oh, it's Ros Not Soz.
No.
Has been expelled. You are getting this live via Discord.
No.
Not sure why yet. We'll find out, is the news.
Oh, and then Bo is moonlighting as a blocker.
Oh, are we going to go full?
It's 2009, everybody.
We're going to eat the baby.
We're eating the baby.
Oh, then Bo is going the whole way round. We have reached the point at which Hoots has gone, I'm not playing your game, I'm just going to stand here and wait.
Hoots is experienced enough to go, why would I waste my time? Now, we're getting people back from the box. So actually, that's a good decision there from them, Mo.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh. And there's been, even nicer, there has been a speedy little star pass there from Thembo to Fluff.
And Fluff is a great jammer, so...
Yep. Fluff speeding in, forces that call off of Hoots with just the 4 points, which is, nice work.
So we are now, unbelievably, in intermission. have so many thoughts and feelings, but I'm going to go see if I can find out about that expulsion, just for my own curiosity.
Yep.
The final of the junior derby has started on track 2, Borderland Beast versus Demonburg Junior Derby. So if you want to put more derby in your eyeballs for about the next 9.5 minutes, do switch your feed over to track 2, but do come back here for the second half of Kent Roller Derby versus Oxford Blackbirds. We'll be back very shortly.
Bye.
Welcome back to this second half of the second game on track 1 in Fenton Manor Sports Complex for the Five Nations Roller Derby playoffs in, I've already said in Stoke-on-Trent.
Stoke-on-Trent.
I had too many clauses in that sentence to keep them straight in my head. So, fresh off the conversations I had over half-time, Rosnotso's, the expulsion was for a high block. So really unfortunate there. No one ever likes to be expelled. No one gets into this game to break the rules. Well, only if it's fun and slightly safe. But yeah. So we hope Ros is okay. And unfortunately, it's not a good start for Oxford, with Charlie McGuigan in the lead and Liz Orlett Dye heading quite quickly to the box for a penalty.
Direction penalty.
A direction. The lesser spotted direction of play penalty for a jammer. So a power jam to start off this half for Kent. And as we were talking about earlier, I think this half is about what Oxford can consolidate in preparation for what will likely be the bronze medal match later. Not saying that stranger things haven't happened, not saying that a win couldn't occur here, but the likelihood is that Kent will be heading to the gold medal match and that Oxford are heading to the bronze. Nice star pass there to Fluff. So Oxford now at the back, dropping into a blocking formation. Charlie doesn't put points up on that last pass. No, she does. I lied to you. Terribly sorry. She puts up 2 points on that last pass, so 6 points to start off period 2.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Nottingham pull it back from this sort of differential in the game before, so it's never say never.
Well, what I'd like to see from Oxford this half is
some tactics.
No, that's harsh. That's harsh, Duke.
I would like to see that from all teams, is more tactical play.
See, I'm a chaos player, so I'm like fewer tactics, more chaos.
Yeah.
I would like to see Oxford doing much more defence off the line and taking the jam line, which they did there, but Hoops had really great toast at work on the inside. And got lead that way. I think Oxford need to prioritise defence whilst they have the jammer. I know that sounds really obvious, bread and butter, roller derby, but this is no longer about we've got to catch up because we're really close. This is about we've got a point to prove.
Yeah.
We're in this semi-final for a reason.
Yeah.
And we're going to challenge Kent as much as we can. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this is to an extent. Ooh, that was a slam. This is what I mean about tactical play, and a lot of teams will go, but this is how we play, so we're just going to keep doing it. And it's about adapting to the game that's in front of you, not sticking to one method of doing everything.
I totally agree with you in principle. Again, as somebody who can talk about tactics and strategy on the mic until the day I die, thoroughly agree. As soon as I put skates on, I'm just like,
what if I hit people fast?
Yeah,
fast hit people.
Well, not even that sometimes. Very good at telling other people what to do as the jammer sails past me. Anyway, Thembo Party Killer jamming for Oxford. Matrix picks up the lead for Kent.
Nice.
But Thembo does escape the pack. Kent really loving this inside line slide, and I really just need Oxford to hold those edges and challenge them more.
Yeah.
On those passes.
Again, it's what I was saying about tactics. It's playing the game that's in front of you, and Oxford are great at doing sort of, some offensive.
Oxford are great. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oxford are great.
But they're less good at remembering to go defensively and go, okay, well let's let them get on with it and try and stop Matrix from just cruising past.
So Oxford take the back line, and we've got a nice little scrummy pack start. Great work there from Eagle, who hops to the out to push this Kent wall up. Oh my God, hard as Kales and Hunter as the butts in a wall. I'd rather die.
Yep. Fairly sure that is what Eagle is thinking right now.
And like Eagle's growth has been like astronomical, right? Like I say, she's being pulled up as a crossover skater, and she's just so resilient as Jammer. Yes, Eagle!
Nice.
Beautiful work.
Lovely stuff.
So Eagle is lead for Oxford now. Annie hasn't even made it to the pivot line. This is great defence from the Blackbirds.
Annie just bounced there off the hips of Stormy. And this is what I mean about playing the game that's in front of you, is shutting down on that Jammer.
Oh, look at Lexi and Hunter in this wall, man, and Whiskered as the brace. That is brutal.
Yeah.
These bendy knees.
Oh, yeah.
It's horrendous. Beebe coming back from the box, offers Eagle some offense. Lovely threading work there, but Lexi Lightspeed holds Eagle to the outside. In the meantime, Oxford in this gorgeous grind at the front. Annie, are you okay? Having a hard time. And Annie is very much a water jammer, right? Like if you give her a gap,
yeah, like a cat.
But she's really struggling against this formation. Lovely offense coming in there. I think that is from that's hard as Kales.
Yeah, this might be the longest we've seen anyone hold Annie. Certainly today, but possibly all weekend.
Someone is going to need to drop in. There we go. Thank you.
Somebody must remember that the pack is a thing.
This is the jam of the blockers, right? Like, look at this grind.
So nice.
And Eagle must have points in the pocket, right? They're not up on the board yet, but I'm sure she's past hips.
I think so. I think I tapped away, and there goes Annie, and that is 2 minutes.
And that's
grinding.
That's some ice cold work there from Oxford, absolutely wearing Annie out for 2 minutes.
Someone
doesn't get to turn 3.
Yeah.
Really super work there. Love to see it. Yeah. And a solitary single point picked up by Oxford.
Some penalties around. A well-taken timeout there, I think. I'm not quite sure who's taking it, but... oh no, it's an official timeout. To be fair, I think the officials are going, there's penalty at the end, what's happening, let's have a moment and figure this out.
So Liz and Charlie having a little chat on the jam line. Now, again, I really wish I could do bad lip reading, because I think this would be a really funny...
Oh, I think it's just like, so like, I like wearing a skirt because it does like this sort of flippy thing when you go in the corner, it looks really cool. And then, but my shorts are blue and that's cool.
Yeah. It's like they're practical. Like if you fall over, you're not going to flash anyone.
But imagine though, if you had a skirt and the skirt was that shade of blue, best of both worlds.
And also imagine if you cut off half your shirt so that you could show off these like sick abs.
Yeah.
Charlie, let's be honest, Charlie's an absolute fashion icon on Charlie. Yeah. She's got stars on her elbow pads. Have you ever seen anything more precious in your life?
Yeah.
No.
I just love the skirt. Like it goes wee. And
I think it's part of her superpowers. If I like perfectly honest, imagine whipping off a skirt.
Exactly.
Anyway, we're serious announcers.
Extremely serious announcers.
We know about roller derby and tactics, and not just fashion. So Charlie, flying start. We can't give Charlie a run up, man. She's too springy. Spring. However, Oxford do manage to get the draw back on Charlie. Trevor throwing in some shielding there for her jammer. Charlie picks up lead for Kent. Liz trapped behind this lovely lateral 2 wall. And Charlie, with great eyes, actually follows Liz's path there so as to avoid being touched by Oxford's blockers.
Oh, someone's lost something.
Liz had dropped their helmet cover, which she's picked it up now. Charlie on a second scoring pass now. Now Oxford getting back into that grind a little bit more.
Yeah.
And Liz,
this is what works when Oxford make those tripods and shut down. Is when it works for them. They've just got to manage it.
Great eyes there from Mental Floss, getting that shield for Liz. But Kent's reformation is so good.
Yeah.
Absolutely textbook. Something's happened. Charlie's been doing a track cut.
Really nicely drawn there by that Kent blocker. I didn't quite see who it was.
Not Kent. Not by her own block. I was going to say, hoist by your own petard.
So used to Kent playing in black by the Oxford blocker.
Lovely work there by Liz. Puts up 4 points. And Charlie will be sprung from the box, I think, before the end of this jam, but I don't think we'll have enough time to complete another pass.
No. So now Oxford's focus is on getting Liz out.
Here we go. This is a bit of a peppier power jam for Oxford, right?
Yeah.
A bit more proactive.
Having a fun time.
Lovely work. Really top draw. I just realised how posh it sounded there.
That was nice.
Yes, Liz, get in.
That was also nice. I enjoyed that.
Charlie, I love that Charlie
full-
came out of the box and was like, I don't have time to do any points, but I am going to do a spin.
Yeah, I'm going to do a pirouette until my skort goes whoosh.
Whee! Imagine if you had like a rainbow petticoat or something underneath. That would be sick.
Good.
Or she could line it with yellow so it was in the Kent colours. I'm going to go tell her after this.
Yes. I have seen the Nottingham's Louise Ryder Cup, the lovely Max Speed jamming in a rainbow petticoat.
Yes.
That was a great
Max
time.
Speed is a babe.
We love him.
Lethal Weapon and Hoots jamming. Hoots. And Hoots is very quickly out. Brute's doing an extremely flamboyant little lead jammer dance there. I love Brute. He's such a good egg. Filth once again receiving the star, but is trapped behind Demolition, which is not a fun place to be.
Knocked out there by hard tails.
Majorly bad times if you're trapped behind Demi.
Oh, yeah.
Better work holding that in there from Oxford.
Yeah, who's having some trouble. Yeah, it's interesting that Oxford have a sort of a depth of options in their jammers, if that makes sense. So they've got like some light and speedy jammers, some sort of taller, stronger jammers.
Yeah, they've got a real variety, a real versatility in there.
Whereas Kent's jammers are all of the speedy mould on the whole.
Yeah, I mean, I think Annie and Charlie for sure.
Yeah.
I think Hoots and Tricks are those little more kind of pathfindy jammers.
Yeah, well, they definitely all stylistically tend towards the bouncy, speedy side, which is interesting to watch.
Hoots just powering through that Oxford wall,
I think
though.
Hoots heard me and was like, "No, I'm not. Look, watch this, thud."
And Filth just really, really great there. Clears the initial now as pivot, but Hoots with 16 points in this jam, which is the biggest jam for Kent so far this half, certainly.
Caught there by those Oxford blockers and recycled. Now looking for a gap.
Yeah, nice work there by Double Dutch, kind of edging Hoots to the outside and then flipping back to present her back to the jammer. Poor Filth, though. I spoke to her at half-time and she was like, I don't want to jam against them again. And here she is, jamming against them again.
Gotta stop taking that pivot strike. And then they can't give it to you.
So 20 points there for Kent. I think that's Kent's biggest jam.
I think it... Oh, no.
No?
No, we're getting a little head shake. Or at least it is so far. It is in this half, I think.
I feel like it's the biggest jam of the game.
Might
Yeah,
be.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we had...
We don't know.
I do know.
You
I'm
know.
sure it is the biggest jam of the game. So that's
We don't know.
Great work from Hoots.
But you do.
3 hard-fought points for Oxford. When I spoke to Royds at the half-time, though, Royds said that the prediction for this game was that for every 45 points that Kent scored, Oxford would score 2.
Yeah.
So they've beaten the odds.
Yeah, they're doing good.
I'm pretty sure they have. My maths is really bad.
Oh, no idea.
But it looks like they have, ratio-wise.
To the point where you reveal that you're actually a maths teacher and we worry about your class.
I would never do such a thing. Thembo Party Killer with 1 to be at the front. Trauma Trevor just doing some stellar chest blocking this game. But Thembo does make it out after about 35 seconds. A really hard grind there by Kent.
Kent losing General Pain to the box. Patrick's having a fight on her hands there to find a way through. And just pinballing off all of those Oxford blockers. Like, boing, boing,
So,
boing, boing, boing.
Tricks out on the initial now. Oxford with full 4 and Kent have 2, so I would get points and call it, Tim. There we go. Yeah, smart benching there by Royds.
Yeah. They agreed, they're like, yeah, we'll have some points and call it, thanks. That's what we'll do.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Yeah, apparently we're doing some spontaneous karaoke on the mic today.
Yeah.
Do apologise. I know none of you came here to. I imagine that half the people at home have muted us by now. And do you know what? Do you know what? It's their money. They can do what they want.
That's true. Yeah, they're lost. They're missing out on this stellar conversation.
They're lost or they're gain. I really don't know either way at this point.
Little bit of column A, little bit of column B.
Nice work there from Annie. Pops the toe stops along the inside line to pick up lead. Eagle in the pack takes the start off. Her pivot is not Filth for once.
If it's Filth, then Filth will be running away going, no, don't give it to me, I don't want it.
Yeah, I think that's...
It's a star pass. That was a massive hit from Lexi Lightspeed there on Mental Floss, who now has the star.
Yeah, Stormy dropping to O as Eagle and Double Dutch are with a lovely 2-wall at the front. Look at that. That's great work from Oxford. Really beautiful. Don't cross your arms. We can see on the... Yes. Look at that 2-wall from Double Dutch and Beeb. That's just great roller derby, right?
Beautiful stuff.
Like this angled defence they've got going on. I am going to watch this later. Don't cross your arms. That is a 2-wall for the ages. Unbelievable.
Really enjoyed just the brief expression there on Annie's face of just like...
When Annie realises that they can use their speed to escape that 2-wall, that's the moment, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's like, what if I ran around them? Bouncy, 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 thud.
Yeah, there's going to be a call there on somebody. Oh, it's Annie. Annie is not okay.
Oh.
So forearms on Annie, are you okay? So it's a power jam for Oxford and Mental Floss. There's only 5 seconds on the clock. Just chill out, Mental Floss. Just there we go. So we're going to have at least 23, 24 seconds for Oxford on the power start. I think they're going to put Thembo out. And Brute to the middle, take your beverage. That's number 5.
Hydrate.
I do know that the fourth reason Brute came into the middle, the fourth time Brute came into the middle was because he was going to ask for that expulsion that was issued, and actually the refs were already discussing it. So
I think that's why it briefly looked like it was going to official review, and I thought that's what the official review was, and then it didn't, and then that was because it was already happening, which makes sense.
But that was years ago now.
That was so
and you probably don't remember it.
We barely remember it. They have put Thembo out.
So what's coming up after this? Because of course we expect people to stay glued to their screens all day, unless, as many of you will have practice today. We'll allow that.
I won't.
Well, my team have got practice, and they really should go.
Probably.
Go to practice. You're here.
I would say my team have got practice, but they were all here on the whole. My team have got practice, but a lot of them are here as well. So, coming up today, after this game at 1:30, is that how? Yeah. So on this track, the next game is the loser of game 6 versus the loser of game 8.
So that's going to be Sheffield and Hallam, right?
Yes, that'll be yesterday's...
The Battle of Turnor.
So that is the Tier 2 women's third place game.
And do you know what? Hallam are... Like, they feel a bit bittersweet about it, right? Because they had a cracking game against Rebellion yesterday, but they play
so good.
But they play Sheffield all the time.
Yeah.
So they were like, it will be lovely, but we get to play them all the time. It would have been nice to play a new team.
Someone else.
But that's just how it be sometimes. So Sheffield Hallam, that'll be a brilliant game.
Followed by the Tier 3 women's third place, which will be the loser of this game versus Nottingham.
Yeah, so probably Oxford Nottingham at this point. So that will be a replay of one of their season games, right?
It will be, yeah.
So Thembo Party Killer, in the meantime, is on a power jam for Oxford, does have lead. Annie, are you okay? Will be coming out of the box any second now. Oxford goating Hunter in the back, or trying to. Hunter's a really good jammer, man. And Annie, are you okay? Yellow shorts, clearly visible on your stream. Comes out of the box, comes up against Merciful Skate and Fluff. Fights through on that inside line to clear the initial. Thembo with points in the pocket and doing some lovely threading work through Kent's wall there, it must be said.
Yeah, delightful stuff.
Yeah, nice work there from Oxford, just like picking those points, going, Okay, cool. We've already beaten the statistical odds. Let's finish
just having fun now.
postseason, not finish postseason. Play our penultimate postseason game in a way that can make us really proud.
Yeah.
Just give me a quick update on penalties. I think something else that's been really instrumental in this game is that Kent are really low on penalties. We've got 2 on 4, and then a handful of people on 2. Quite a few people have played clean. Oxford, we've had a foul out, 2 people on 5, 1 person on 4, 1 person on 3, and quite a few other people on 2. So it's definitely had an impact. So Charlie Guigan is lead for Kent. Liz Alette-Dye also out the pack, quarter of a track behind. We're going to the races, people. We've got a goat in the back for Oxford. Charlie taking that out. Oh, Stormy, ice cold. Takes Charlie to the out, and Liz storms. I think through Kent there, and actually outscores Charlie 4-3 on that pass. Woohoo!
Charlie has had lead 7 out of the 8 times that they've been on track.
Showing off, isn't it?
It really is.
And the only time she didn't get lead is when she was so keen to go that she went over the line before the whistle. God bless her.
Yeah, I think Charlie also went for a little sit down in the audience there, right in the closing moments.
To be honest, reflecting back as well, I think Charlie didn't realise that she'd gone over the jam line.
I think so.
I think she genuinely got the wrong line.
Yeah,
because it's yellow and black tape on the floor, but there's other markings, and bless her, I really think she just got the wrong line.
There's a lot of lines. It is your classic British sports hall, full of lines.
Well, I learned yesterday on the stream. Actually, I think it was a fact I did already have somewhere in my brain. But I was saying to Smash, why are all sports halls blue? And he went, well, it's because of badminton. And as we all know, right, badminton is the enemy of roller, the natural enemy of roller derby, right? In the food chain, we're very much battling it out together because they keep leaving feathers all over my track.
Yeah.
But apparently, they also decide the colour scheme of the walls.
Oh, so is it the white?
For contrast, yeah.
Shuttlecock show up against the. Oh,
I know. I didn't realise badminton had such political gumph.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So much power in the sports community.
I'd never considered that.
I love facts, sports facts, but that does blow my tiny mind a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
But do you know what I want to do now? Because as we say, badminton is an natural enemy. I want to go into my local venue where we practice. Badminton often practice before us, and again, feathers all over track. No, I want to paint the shuttlecocks blue. I think that would be much easier than me painting an entire sports hall white. I think it would be much more practical
to paint the
shuttlecocks blue, and also I think it would just be really, really funny.
It would be very funny.
If there are reports in the next few months of mysterious vandalised badminton kits, it has nothing whatsoever to do with me.
Yeah, it was somebody
pure coincidence.
Else.
We've had this ominous zoom going on Kent's bench. Hoots looking like she's about to commit murder, which she probably is with her toe stop work.
Kill, that look will and could kill.
So, official timeout coming to an end.
Yeah.
Je pense. That's French for I think, which is something I would never dare to do. Our lovely officials there, looking very smart. We've already given them a shout out in terms of the names, but what's the harm in shouting them out again? They really have put a shift in this weekend. I think we've got like 3 or 4 crews working this weekend, and it is
rotating.
9 a.m. games, and
it's hard work.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon and Hoots. I don't think we've really seen this matchup much. And Lethal Weapon up against Demi and Hard as Kales. Hoots having a little bit of trouble there, but
it's lovely shoulder work there from Lethal Weapon to break up that.
Yeah,
tripod.
She's one of those jammers who's quite diminutive in stature, but really knows how to use her body to find those gaps.
Yeah, and to make them if there isn't a gap to be found.
Now, Hoots is still at the front. Oxford waterfalling now picks up lead 30 seconds into Jam 11.
Just a long time to hold a Hoots.
Yeah. Fox in great position there as the Oxford pivots, but Lethal finds that inside line. Lovely work there. And Lethal, again, one of Oxford's newer jammers, not been on the circuit for that long. So, really lovely to see her having such a good tournament. She really impressed me against Dublin yesterday.
Just a really nice time all round.
Yeah, we do this sport for fun, don't we?
We do, apparently.
Sometimes hard to remember when you're in this obscenely blue sports hall on a Sunday.
Yeah, with the thumping headache going, why am I here? That is maths points. I can do
100 points.
100-point differential. 175 place 75. I'm fine. Please call me an ambulance. I'm not having a stroke.
Call you the Bondulance. We've got Eagle and Trix and Oxford with that backline grind, but Trix is using her legs really well this game to get the walls moving. Eagle doing a lovely job here against Lexi, Trix, Trevor and Helen Degenerate. Jammers being recycled for all their worth back into the straightaway. Trix now being held by a lovely 2-wall. Oh my goodness. Oxford's 2 walls this half.
Yeah.
The thing of beauty. Oh yes, Eagle. Go on.
It's like Oxford got together, had to chat about it and went, those walls work. Should we do more of them? Let's do them.
Okay, that was unreal from Trix, to be fair.
Oh, but that was a beautiful piece of blocking coming in there from the Oxford block, whose number I can't see. 13.
That's mental floss.
Mental floss.
I mean, so Trix's lead, but the absolute jammer nightmare having to reset. That was absolutely beautiful control from Trix.
Oh, it was so nice. And Trix was like, I've done it. And mental floss was like,
nah, you have done it, but I'm going to make you do it again.
Boop of sadness.
Oh, lovely edge work control there from Eagle, who stays in despite a pretty big shove.
Yeah.
And that means a pointless jam. I love that kind of roller derby when the blockers just absolutely forbid you.
Yeah. Blockers say no. The ref's getting at least sad deckhand of nope.
Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know what that means that no initial pass was completed, right?
Yeah.
So when you hold up a fist, that means the initial pass was completed with no points.
Yeah.
Whereas when it's the
sad
duck beak,
or it depends ref to ref because there's no defined signal. The sad duck beak or 2 fists tapped together is usually no initial pass.
Yeah, although that is a rarer signal, I find.
Yeah, I still use it because it's what I was taught.
Great work there from Charlie, just lovely little hip flick, but nice work there. Liz is about a quarter of a trap behind and she's putting the burners on. Charlie goes, no
thanks.
No points for either of us. 2 pointless jams in a row.
Yeah. They kind of got the advantage here that they are in the lead. They don't need to make life difficult for themselves. If anything, they want to save themselves for their next game.
What if both benches agreed that no more scores just because this is a really beautiful, clean mathematical differential?
They'd just be like, should we just
not?
We could just stop now. Let's just stop now.
Thembo Party Killer and Hoots taking a little bit of a run up, goes into Beeb Mental Floss, being braced by Filth. Double Dutch in attendance. Thembo at the front, edges past Lexi Lightspeed, Trauma and General Pain at the front, but Thembo Party Killer is lead for Oxford. I think that's the first time that Hoots hasn't got leads.
I think it might be.
Feels like it.
We think so, yes. Thembo Party Killer channeling the spirit of Windmill Wilkin.
Oh no! Thembo Party Killer's got a forearm. It's a power jam to Kent, and that what that means. We've got
2-minute jam.
2-minute jam.
2-minute jam. Channeling the spirit of Windmill Wilkin in the runway.
And we've had a star pass to Trauma Trevor. So Trev used to be she's a triple threat, but she did used to do more jamming. Has had a literal baby.
Yep.
And has come back this season. The baby is still quite small, so I'm just absolutely in awe of the fact that she is skating and now wearing the star.
Yeah. I'm mainly that she's just physically upright and not, still no, I'm in a nest on the sofa, I've had a child. Don't ask me to do things.
Had Hoots completed her scoring pass? I've got Jamnesia.
I don't think
so either, otherwise I don't think she would have passed the star. But she's now in brace position as Thembo re-enters the track. Great hit out there from the Kent tripod, courtesy of Helen Degenerate.
Oh, big recycle on Thembo Party Killer, but coming in legally.
Yeah, and finds the gap there by flipping around Helen Degenerate's right hip.
Trauma Trevor having a real fight to get out. Thembo Party Killer pops out the front.
Yeah, no, Oxford's defensive
points.
formation's doing some really nice work here.
Nice defending.
So that will be points for Oxford, but nothing, I think, for Kent in that jam. So really good work by the Blackbirds. It seems like we've been around these figures for a while now. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause we had 2 pointless jams.
2 pointless jams, and now we've had a 4-0 jam, even after 2 minutes, which, I mean, it's impressive work from both teams, really, to hang on to each other that hard.
We've got some fashion statements from these jammers. Trix always wears this kind of like mesh top, which is very goth, right?
I love the mesh top.
And Lethal Weapon Shorts looks like she's about to join Cambridge.
They're
Get
so
this
good.
this green and this animal print. What a traitor!
Yeah. Join us.
Oh, that is great work from Trix.
Nice.
No, it's not great work from Trix. It's a cut track.
It was not in enough.
I mean, from the angle here, it looked like she was in, but that was really great effort there.
Yep. Ooh.
Come on, Lee. Go on. Oh no, we're going for the long recycle.
Lee going for the safe option of long recycle rather than also get a penalty. Oh, a beautiful whip coming there around the outside.
Yeah,
but
from Fox.
Caught by those Kent blockers and thus essentially whipped into a blocker.
There we go. Lovely shields there from Oxford.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great work from Lethal Weapon. Really patient jamming. Trix now re-entering the fray. No resistance encountered there whatsoever from Trix. Good path finding.
Yeah. Yeah, it was unfortunately a little bit like Oxford had forgotten that there was going to be an opposing blocker coming back. And we're like, we did it. Whoops. There they go.
Yeah, Dread Ditto and Mental Floss come in there. Oh, we've got a forearm being whistled.
Yeah.
Who's that to?
That looks like it's
That's
going
to 666. That's to Merciful Skates. Oh, well, but Mercy's still very much on track. So, no, it's a forearm to Dread Ditto.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's going to be a low block.
Yeah, I don't think that was legal.
Trix pops back up, looks at the ref, goes, Is it? Yeah. That is.
Yeah.
That's a low block if I ever saw one.
You aren't allowed to jump into someone's knees, Trix.
So we've got 5 seconds on the clock for Lethal Weapon and she will have points in the pockets.
Yeah. Let's find out how many.
Oh, that was spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 points for Lethal Weapon. So no net gain there.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh, I lied.
Fine.
I lied to you, dear listeners. 5 points for Kent, so Trix must have had a point on that pass before she slammed into the legs of the opposition.
That is, looks like that is Generoids in, possibly questioning that. Possibly just calling for a team timeout, possibly just questioning the...
I mean, I don't think that was an egregious low block.
Yeah.
I'm not a ref, but
No.
I do not think the impact or the speed was enough for it to be egregious.
But
However,
a question whether because it came from a leap, whether it's classed as egregious because you take off into what's clearly an
it's really hard to say,
yeah.
and because
I'm glad it's not my choice to make.
Because if I think the path. I think the skater was in the path already, right? I
Which might class it as an egregious low block because jumping into...
Because if you move into the path of a skater who's already taken off, that is your lookout.
But if you jump essentially onto someone, however you then hit them...
I just think it's best not to jump at all.
Yeah.
But I say this as a very conservative blocker who likes to have all 8 of my 88s firmly on the floor.
Yeah. And certainly if I was the Oxford bench, I would probably run and go.
I mean, I think that's what Royds did. She went and went,
No. Do you want to official it? No, I just want to go.
I mean, she could use it as an official review. You've only got 4 minutes on the clock.
It's a good time to use it. Yeah, because I would certainly be inclined
I mean, it could also be like, well, we've had an expulsion, so you're going to have an expulsion now.
Yeah.
So Trix is actually going off with medical right now.
We did see Trix take what looked like a bit of a bang off the floor with the helmet.
So I don't think we'll see Trix again, even if she isn't expelled, because we've only got 4 minutes left and she will have to sit 3 jams if she's gone to medical.
Yeah.
So, Thembo Party Killer, it is a power jam start.
Charlie McGuigan
Yeah,
is sitting in the
so
box as
they've
the sub.
they've replaced Trix in the box with Charlie because Trix is with medical.
Yes.
So that's
is a
why
medical sub.
that's a medical substitution.
Yeah.
Thembo Party Killer on a scoring pass. Kent losing a blocker to the box. Charlie coming round, taking the full lap to wind up speed for her initial. Phil says, no, not today.
Yeah.
Thembo with one to beat. And we've got a ref fall. Is that Beard?
That is Beard, strapping young Beard, taking a tumble.
If you wish to take a drink at home, take a drink. Lovely zonal defence here from Oxford.
Charlie dances around the outside, but is remet.
Look how happy she is to be being hit.
Yeah.
It's so
just like, they found me again. Yay!
I've never seen Charlie look miserable when she's on skate. She's an absolute joy.
Yeah.
Great defensive structure here from Oxford with Double Dutch holding that inside line.
Yeah.
And a lovely lateral tripod here from both teams. Look at this defensive. And look at Charlie smiling.
Yeah.
She's like
so
this.
delighted to have been caught by this tripod of doom, just like, you got me.
Great work there from Hunter.
Oh, that was nice. And a nice reform from Oxford as well, even after Hunter's come in and busted you up. I mean, Charlie going with a stash to this extent to try and get out.
Great shutdown of that inside apex line from Kent's blockers as Thembo attempts the hop. Do you know what? Credit to both teams there, but I'm really pleased that Oxford are now getting their walls back together.
Yeah.
They're really good at playing classic roller derby.
They are.
They're really good at it, and they
doing a good
should do it more often.
They should. Good
So
work,
we're at
kids.
this is the kind of maths I like. We're at an exact 50% score.
Yeah.
So again, Oxford really proud to beat the odds
Yeah.
that were predicted. Although I don't know how much stock I put in predicted scores.
It's hard to tell sometimes, and also it changes wildly based on who you put as the home team.
Nice lateral coverage there by Payne Austin, I think it is, who's racing for her team. Just moved her wall really nicely.
Yeah.
And Annie, are you okay? Flies through for leads.
Yeah. Lovely bit of goating going on there.
Everyone's on. Well, mental floss is on the floor. Not everyone. That was a slight exaggeration.
Mental loss is everyone. It's like a roller derby specific version of being John Malkovich.
Yeah. Nice hit out there by Dread Ditto, forcing Annie to recycle. Lexi Lightspeed doing some pushing offense at the front and then drops to defense. Great versatility there from Lexi. And that's Payne Austin once again coming in with a great hit. Lexi laterally pushing Eagle off. And then Helen Degenerate doing the same on the inside. They're making Eagle work really hard this jam.
Really having to put the effort in. Little slow motion tumble going on there.
I'm just really enjoying actually the individual skill sets this jam. Like if you break it down, like there's some really great individual skating going on.
Yeah.
And as someone who's very much like, I describe myself as a derby player first and a skater second.
Yeah.
It's really great when you get people who can do the both.
It is nice and it's lovely to watch.
So Annie, are you okay? Trapped behind Merciful Skate and Mental Floss. Eagle taken to the outside by Lexi Lightspeed.
Long recircle back there on Eagle.
Do you know what? Imagine being as good as a jammer as Lexi Lightspeed and then also being like, but I can also block.
Yeah.
Seems deeply unfair.
I just thought I'd take like 5-6 years off and then come back as a really good blocker.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Hi friends.
Oh, and you know what? With that, we come to the end of that semi-final.
That is.
And whilst the score is still unofficial, it is an exact 100-point spread. 94 to the Oxford Blackbirds, 194 to Kent Roller Derby. Massive congratulations to Kent. They will go forward to the gold medal game, which is that's before the bronze medal match, isn't it? I'm just going to double check. Yeah. So what will happen now is that the winner of the winner of this morning, which was Cambridge, which is your team, and Kent will go forward to the gold medal match, which is at 2 o'clock. So you've got an hour and a half.
Yeah, loads of time.
Great. And then after that, oh my God.
So coming
literally.
Right now here, we will see the Tier 2 women's third place playoffs.
It's in front of me and I just can't read.
Which will be Sheffield Steel Roller Derby versus Hallam Hellcats.
And then after that, it's going to be Oxford versus Nottingham.
Yeah, which will be a playoff. So
playoffs replay.
Yeah, it'll be a playoffs replay. Nottingham were the only team to beat Oxford in their playoff season, and Kent were the only team to beat Cambridge in our playoff season. So we'll both be looking to reverse that in our medal games. But we'll see how it goes. I'm
really excited to go announce the gold medal match in an hour's time or so. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a corker. We don't know if. As in, because we're not directly involved in the Five Nations structuring, are we? We don't know what the outcome of that is going to be for the silver medalists, because in Tier 2 playoffs previously, because I went there with Brawl Saints season before last, we came second. Bristol came first, and we were both bumped up to Tier 1.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's going to happen here. So you might be going up to Tier 2 next season.
We might well be, which is exciting and terrifying.
Which is really terrifying.
We've been told that might well be the case. It's partly to do with how many divisions there are available in Tier 2, and it will be based on that. So we are excited and terrified.
Isn't that roller derby for you?
Oh, yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us on Track 1. So just another reminder, coming up here next is Sheffield Steel versus Hallam Hellcats. And then if you want to watch the gold medal match for Tier 3 women's, that will be starting at 2 o'clock over on Track 2. Okay, absolutely. I've been Loud and Queer.
I've been Jig Special.
We've been joined by Jack on production. We hope you have enjoyed watching that game as much as we enjoyed calling it. And we will see you very soon.
Bye.